Hey everybody, hello, and what? What? Am I there? What's going on? Okay, I think I'm live again. It disconnected me. How dare it? Hi everybody. All right, let's see if I can manage this. Again, what's the matter with me doing this on Mercury retrograde? Hi Karen, hi Sherry, Jennifer, Karen Dean, hi everybody. All right, so crazy busy news, right? This week, I keep hoping. I got so many screens going on around me. Yikes! If I was sensitive to EMFs, I think I would explode. So, hey Paul, shave your head, take off your glasses, and you'd look like an ET dude on the beach. So it was interesting. A friend of mine had to go through chemo. That's not interesting. But what was interesting was I went down to visit him, and I knew I'd give him a hard time about his lack of hair. So I shaved my head, and this was right before COVID. And I was sitting on the beach, connecting with the aliens. And I had a hat on. He comes up and he looks at me and he goes, "First thing, I thought I was being all stealth and stuff with a hat on. Did you shave your head?" He's all mad at me, kind of. And then we're having a few cocktails because his doctor goes, "You got enough drugs in you. Don't worry about not having cocktails." So this guy was drinking a lot. Anyway, so we shared a libation. We just started laughing how goofy we were. Anyway, yeah, so, and then COVID hit and I didn't get a haircut. So there it is. There it is. All right, so let's get into it because there's so much news. I keep going, is it going to get easier? Is it going to get smoother? And it just feels like not this week. Not this week. And with the eclipses coming and people, I don't know. I had that conversation with my Republican redneck brother, and I thought things were going really well, and we're kind of smoothing things out. Maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. So, one of the things I wanted to look at right away, McCarthy sent out his budget, right? The GOP budget. And I was reading an article about how McCarthy had to beg and plead. He's getting really good at that. But he had to beg and plead and grovel, and he got everybody on board. Partially, some of the holdouts were, it's not going to pass. Let's just show some kind of unified front. And in the article that I read, let's see if I can pull up my notes, more electronics. The New York Times had an article where he said he urged his Republicans to focus on the symbolic victory of showing Biden that they can all unite behind him. The cuts. Yeah. I'm hoping I'm sounding okay. Am I sounding okay? My Mr. Microphone just kind of, it did that. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to go somewhere inappropriate. But let me know if you guys can't hear me very well. Okay. So Biden wanted just a show. Imagine that. He just wanted a show of unity, which is good. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, he was talking about how Biden has a different view of the economy and the American economic leadership. And Biden's core commitment is to bring in domestic economic policy with international policy. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. So Sullivan was saying this trickle-down economic policy isn't working. It isn't fixing our infrastructure. It isn't fixing anything except making the pointy guys richer. So, and we kind of feel this in this group of circleage, this community here. So this was a pretty interesting line that they said. Privileging finance over fundamental economic growth was a mistake. Privileging finance over fundamental economic growth was a mistake. So I think we're in agreement here with that, unless I have Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos watching. They may disagree. They may. But what can we expect from this shift as we move from trickle-down economics to a more community-based up economics? What kind of, what can we expect? I'm thinking, what can I expect from my Republican hillbilly redneck brother? How's he gonna, what kind of pushback am I gonna get? How do I react to his pushback, blah, blah, blah. So let's just do a 411. What do we expect from this from this new economic vision that Mr. Biden has? What can we expect? And I did get some questions in the beginning, and I have those written down, so thank you. I will try to get to some of your questions. Kavanaugh was in the news again. Woohoo! So let's just see what we get. How do we deal? I'm going to use my Light Seer Tarot for how do we deal with this energy, because I feel, I mean, do we just push back real hard? Do we just stand in our own power? This new economic vision, it's not new, that Biden is proposing, that we are moving towards. What do we need to know about it? I'm just pulling 6 cards just to get an idea. And as you can see, we got the 6 of Cups. This is all about giving and receiving. It's not so much as we hear these trigger words about the redistribution of wealth. It is in a way, but that's such a harsh word. It's about giving and receiving. Some people need help, and some people are going to get help. And actually, because I don't know these cards, this is not Pentacles, it's Cups. It's going back to a simpler time. It's that notion still holds true. If we go back to a simpler time in our history, way back, way beyond this trickle-down economics, pre-Reagan, it goes back. I mean, FDR, he was helping other people. It was more not this trickle down. So anyway, 6 of Cups, going back to a simpler time where, you know, when people needed help, you just gave it to them. It wasn't a big deal. Okay, it's being challenged by, is that a King? Knight, the Knight of Wands. This is new information. It's being covered by new information that comes up. And it's also, to me, this Knight of Wands energy, it's the right way to look at things. This woman's beating a passion drum. She's smiling. She likes this simpler time, going back to the simpler time. In the base, as this is, I mean, we should rejoice in this, the Sun card. It should not be a fight. We should just let this go, obviously. But in the past, as it relates, is the Emperor. Now, to me, this is a little better card than the Devil really hanging on, or the Four of Pentacles. It's just that this Emperor's energy is still there, and he's still like, no, come on now. Let's not give everything up. And at the top of the reading is the Ten of Swords. In this deck, there are no swords, but there is a release. There's a big release here of letting go of the pain of the past, of feeling like gotta hang on to this Reagan-esque failure, in my view, and in some others. I mean, certainly we've all benefited in a way, but there's a lot of people that haven't. So, and certainly there's a few that have really benefited. And then you look at our infrastructure, it's failed. It doesn't work. So, all right. Ten of Swords, letting that go, letting that failed thing, economic policy, go. And in the future, how do we deal with this? It feels a little like we're getting cut up, right? But this Page of Cups, we are going to get news from an unexpected source. Okay, this is a young energy moving forward. We're going to cut out the old. It's going to kind of cut our feet out beneath us. So as I look at how we get into what we're dealing with, it feels like there's a lot of letting go of. So, and there's a lot of rejoice in this too. Let's go back to a simpler time where we're giving freely, not hanging on to so much. I love this card because it is going to happen, and according to the Republicans, it's going to happen when pigs fly. I'll let go of my money, the top down anyway, not all Republicans. But look, pigs are flying. They can't stop it. The big guys, they can't stop it. Okay. Should we look at Brett Kavanaugh? He's in the news. So the Guardian, the Guardian came out with something, an article that said, what do you say? Said that in the Senate confirmation, there was one of the allegations against Brett Kavanaugh about how he exposed himself in college or something like that. And so the lead investigator looked into it and said, no, it was mistaken identity. It was some other guy that did it. And so that other guy that did it, well, they found out, the Guardian looked at him. I think there might be a documentary on this. Maybe you guys know about it. That's coming out. I think they're re-editing it to add new stuff. But, so the mistaken identity guy, he came out and said, I wasn't even in that same school. I wasn't anywhere near this guy. So did the Senate investigation look into it? No, and we all know that. I mean, there was so much that he didn't. So let's just take a look specifically at this new information coming out against Brett Kavanaugh. This new documentary or this new article in The Guardian, is it going to be big bad news for Brett? And I'm feeling that when I said that, I just got a sense of John Roberts just going, oh, for God's sakes, really? Really? Another one? So who do we have so far? Well, we have Clarence Thomas. We have, and his lovely wife, Ginny. We have, now we have Brett Kavanaugh, and we had, who was the other guy? Oh, Neil. 3 that are sticking their head in the news again. And we haven't even heard The Handmaid's Tale. We haven't heard much about her. Maybe we should look into Amy Comey. So let's just look at Brett Kavanaugh real quick and then take a look at not Justice Thomas, the head guy, Roberts. So many people are on psychics and such are saying that, and all you guys are saying that we're going to get more Supreme Court judges. Biden's going to get to pick some. Some of these guys are leaving. Clearly they should. There should be some ethics rules, and I'm hoping that that'll happen next time around. So important to vote so we can get a little bit more of a buffer so that we can get some things done. Keep our senators healthy. Not talking about anybody in California. Come on, Diane, get healthy. Let's send her out some big health and energy so she can come back to work. Okay. Oh, something with Gorsuch came out today. They're a mess. That Supreme Court is a mess. Who did we just put in there? Jackson? What? I forgot her name. She just walked into this little beehive, and I could just see her sitting back going, whoa. She's just watching all this crap. All right, Gorsuch. So I'm using my fountain deck card. Is it No, Kavanaugh. What's going on with Kavanaugh? Is this new information, 6 cards, what's this new information going to do to him? You know, they're so protected that he's kind of like, yeah, well, not too much. Moving on to calmer waters. Moving on. I always get that with him. When I read this, it's always like moving on. But you feel, I mean, there is such a huge shift and change. And in all of this, you astrologers out there, in all of this eclipse season and new moon energy and all that other stuff that we're in, we feel things coming to light more and more and more. So I think we're in that time where what we've been saying for so long, it's coming true. It's coming true. All right. Kavanaugh, 4 cups. He's a little alone. And you look at those cups, and some of these decks, the 4 cups, you have 3 spilt cups. These cups are all upright. And what are they full of? Besides BS, beer. Of course. Kavanaugh. He likes beer. I think he's drinking a lot right now. At the base of the reading is the Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins. How did he get all his money? How did he lose all of his debt suddenly? So many of these justices, things are coming out with, oh yeah, what was it? Gorsuch, he didn't disclose that he had business before, one of his donors had business before the court. I pulled out two because these cards I've worn them out. In the past, so this is a double past, we have new information coming and how hot Ten of Wands it is to hold on to this stuff. Something from his past is coming up that is not good. At the top of the reading, it's the battle. It's going verbal battle back and forth. So is Roberts like going, what the hell, you guys? Or is this Senate? Or is this... But he gets away with it. Four of Wands. So with this, in the short term, getting away with it, I'm going to keep going with this pull. In the short term, he gets away with it. It's okay because, Roberts just isn't holding people to account. So let's just keep going real quick with this. Seven of Swords, going in, sneaking in. This is the internal position. I just saw Linda Bishop. She goes, oops, I just thumbsed up. I know, you just do that. Oops, I just thumbsed up. That's funny. So internal position, Seven of Swords. He thinks he's getting away with it. The external position, he's walking away. Or being forced away. And in the hopes and fears, he hopes he can stay in this little tent. He hopes he can hang on. Oh, please, let me hang on to my money and my whatever. And the final outcome is the High Priestess. There are things working. And what I got when I pulled that card, there are things working behind the scenes that we're not privy to. Hanged Man, which is his career is in suspension. Wouldn't that be cool if Justice Roberts went back to school and said, I'm suspending you. Not expelling, well, but suspension. You get a 2-month suspension. And your lunch money is taken away. Hanged Man, maybe he's looking at it from a different perspective. Certainly the High Priestess energy is very intuitive. Maybe looking at things, letting go of things and looking at things from a different position. If somebody lets go of this Hanged Man, he's going to hit his head on a rock. And the last clarifying card that we get, the Devil energy. This is his being tied to his addictions, is it the money, whatever he's addicted to. Beer. So, I think I might have been mixing the two justices up, but Kavanaugh, he's walking away. His addiction is going to come to light. Somebody's going to take another look at it from a different point of view. And this High Priestess, she's going to show up. People they're not going to let this go. It's going to be hard for him. Let's take a look at John Roberts real quick, just to see what kind of energy. Because I just feel like he's time out for all of them. Yeah. Gorbachev. I can kind of see the comments, so that's kind of cool. Merida's Mirror said, I think Roberts can't stand most of the judges. Let's look at that. What does John Roberts think of his colleagues that were recently appointed, or that were what does John Roberts think of the majority of his team? I think she's right. I think Merida's right. Okay. Just telling a little story with it. Here he is, looking over the situation. There's 3 wands that are kind of burning up. So he's looking at this situation. He's seeing the legal challenges ahead coming into the wind. It's going to knock somebody's hat off. This is our card. This is a good card for the people, the 10 of Cups, cheering. Somebody's walking away, but there's a lot of money that's involved with this. This King of Pentacles energy. And the final card, what does John Roberts think of these people? Sadness. He's sad. It's brutal. He's going, I don't think he signed up for this kind of scrutiny. I don't think. All right. What do we got? 136. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for showing up on this beautiful, it's overcast, Friday. Did y'all see that the Mississippi is now flooding? Water everywhere. So John Roberts is crying, so he's adding to the water. A couple of months ago, we talked about the water in the Mississippi, and the traffic going down the Mississippi, the commerce was being severely impacted. The barges had to lighten their load. They couldn't take a full load because Mississippi was so shallow. Now, up in Minnesota, up in the north, it's they're flooding. Farms are flooding. People who built their homes up from the 2019 floods, they're underwater. It's like, yikes. California, Lake Tulare, the whole thing is filling up full of water. And Lake Tulare was the largest inland lake west of the Mississippi. Not the deepest, not the most water, but the largest in area. And most of the water was diverted into rivers, and so they made it farmland, and they grow, I don't know what they grow there. A lot of food, nuts. Well, it's California. That's where the nuts come from that y'all like. A lot of almonds that have a huge, take up a ton of water. So a lot of water in the Mississippi. It's probably going to flood. I want to look at, it just popped into my head. Then I'm going to look into somebody's questions. One of them was Tim. He posted a question about Texas. So we'll get into that in a minute. Oh, we haven't even gotten into DeSantis and Disney. Oh my God, that's just so funny. In a sad way. So going back to the water everywhere. The sleeping prophet, what's his name? You all make me so nervous. I can't think straight. The sleeping prophet. Who is this guy? You guys know. You guys know. Edgar Cayce. Jeez. Jeez. He said, as I think did Nostradamus, that the down by that the Mississippi, the water was going to be coming up and flooding that whole area of the Mississippi. So like New Orleans and here I always said that. I used to live near New Orleans. Well, isn't it New Orleans? No, New Orleans. And the first time I went to New Orleans, this guy that I was with who lived down there, he lived in New Orleans, he goes, "You want to go get a drink?" I'm like 18. I'm going, "Yeah." "Oh, hey, Linda." "Hi, Linda. Thank you." Woohoo. Linda G, thank you so much. Good to see you. Linda's been busy. Oh my gosh. She's doing like 3 shows a day. I'm like, I'm going to take a nap after this. She's like the ever-ready bunny. Just go, 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 go. And thank you for going, Linda. Appreciate you. So, getting back to New Orleans, and the guy goes, "You want to have a drink?" I'm 18. I'm going, "Yeah, sure, let's go." We pull up to a drive-in bar. And we get cocktails to go. He's drinking. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I think they still have them, but I don't think you can. But it's New Orleans. Different place down there. All right. Let's take a look at that area of the Mississippi where everything is coming to a head and a lot of flooding. Is that vision that Nostradamus did, and that vision of, I think Edgar Cayce, where the Mississippi Delta just flooded almost all the way up. I think the picture I'm seeing in my head was all the way up almost to St. Louis or something. So let's look at the Mississippi Delta. Let's just look. Is that going to flood huge, bigly? Let's just take a look. Is that going to flood bigly? Ooh, well, we got somebody moving on. And it's a boat. So, 6 of Swords. If Linda's still here, she's going to have a lot of people in her boat. She may want to rent it out down there. 9 of Cups, wish card. That is a yes. Is this going to flood big? We got the Magician, Queen of Wands, Judgment, and 7 of Cups. When I pull this Magician card, what I see is the storms, is the big storms. There is going to be, we have this come to Jesus moment with the earth. What are we doing to Mother Earth? And then we have the 7 of Cups, illusion, delusion. But if you look at this back card, it's all full of clouds, dark clouds. There's some kind of fish in that water that, I don't know, it could be a dragon. Not white dragon. We have the sword of truth, a new beginning, judgment, temperance. the Five of Wands. There's no big tower moment, but there is the Magician card. Something new is going to be happening. Something big is going to be happening. And it's going to take the Emperor and a lot of balance to kind of fix this. So yeah, I see that there's going to be more floods down in that area. So and I go back and I talk about this a lot. Don't rely on the government to fix this. You've got to fix it yourself. You've got to be prepared yourself. If somebody says, hey, we might be flooded out, have a plan. What are you going to do if? And then the challenge comes is, what if you can't move? That's when we need to come together. Okay. Okay, let us, so somebody was asking me, Tim, I think it's Tim. Tim, I got it, Tim. Tim was asking, it's kind of weird, but I'm going to use my Galactic deck because he was asking about, there is some, I'm not going to phrase it like he did because I didn't like it. It scared me. He was asking about, there are cattle in Texas that are mysteriously seeing their demise. There is no, they're kind of getting cut up. There's no blood. There's no tracks. What is it? And I heard something about this a long time ago. And I go, I don't know. So is this, what do they call them down in the South? The Mexican Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Chew something. Anyway, what's going on in Texas with the cattle and the mysterious deaths? And I'm using the Galactic deck because he said, is this ETs? Is this aliens? Miss Charlotte says aliens. Okay. And I guess there is, Karen Johnson was saying Greg Braden was talking about this morning. Chubarak. Thank you, Tim. Chubarak. Why can't they just say Bob? Big Bob. That's easier. I can pronounce that. Sasquatch gets all my tongue all tied. Chewbacca. But it's not. Okay. Shuffled enough. What is going on? Can the ET share with us what they know about these Texas mutilations with cows? Whew. Emptiness. Let me just keep going with this because I won't get a story yet. Okay, if I were to say, and I'm going to, I think it's aliens. Don't think me crazy now. Okay, okay. Maybe it's just my empty head that says aliens. Emptiness. Birth and expansion. Okay, so their planet was empty. There's some birth and expansion coming here. This single-minded focus and mental transformation. And it's about them leaving home. So Is it about filling their belly, their emptiness? Is it food, or is it cow knowledge? Is it food, or okay, and you guys can all, I mean, who knows, right? We're just playing what comes into our head, what seems like could be true, could be true. I'm getting a sense that there is spiritual knowledge that cows have. We treat them like cattle. We treat them like, I don't even want to, because I live in the Central Coast, we have a lot of big cattle producing farms, and you drive by them, it's disgusting. It makes you want to be a vegetarian. I grew up in the Midwest, so that's a big shift for me, because that's all we did. I'm getting better. I am getting better. But I think I think they're getting information from the cattle to come and live on this planet. Let's just see, let me ask this question. Is this information that these ETs are getting, is it part of making us better? Thank you, Lois. Thank you. So nice. Is this information that these galactic beings are getting from the cows, is this for our betterment? Is this going to enlighten us in some way? Let's see what we get. Again, force of attraction. And when you look at these cards, they're very, for me, they're extremely intuitive. If you go to the app and look at the app, lots of information about who Orion is, how they progressed, how they transformed into the beings that they are. And the emptiness, again, it goes back to the emptiness. But when you look at these two hands, they're coming together through this knowledge that they were getting. Calling our parts home. Oh my gosh, I just heard that these in my head, that these galactic beings were part of the cattle energy race, beings. Why would they destroy them then? We have a belief system, graduation, seeds of polarity. This is such a big one. Seeds of polarity. It's not one extreme or the other. So there's a blending of something. And it's about their past. Black League patterning. To me, what I'm hearing is it's me letting go of my hillbilly roots, where it was just all about eating meat. I think I'm going to be graduating from that, because it feels like, yeah, it does feel like this is going to be for our benefit, and that it's going to be for us to graduate from killing animals and eating them. Especially if I can get a little preachy here, especially without giving thanks to the animal. I don't do drive-ins anymore. I used to, but I don't. Trying to eat a little healthier. But when I see these triple cheeseburgers going in there, you know, for $2, it's like, and then people just going and shoveling them in their mouth, and I'm saying people, me. I mean, I used to do it, not the triples. Got to watch my figure, you know. Anyway, we just need to appreciate the food that we get. We need to appreciate that these animals gave their lives. Yay, 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 yay. All right, all right, all right. Let's go with, hey, holy cow. Holy cow. Okay, let's see. Where are we going? I'm trying to find if you put a question in big, in caps, I can find it. And then Linda Bishop said, going back in time, didn't Edgar Cayce say Nebraska would be a beach coastal? I don't know, did he? Should I look to see if my home is going to be underwater? No. Oh, and Corinne was saying that the crazy dangerous boars. So I guess somebody was talking about crazy dangerous boars. They're out in Texas, and that's, you know, now I get it. Now it makes sense. Crazy dangerous boars with crazy dangerous Texans with AR-15s shooting up crazy boars. Now it makes sense. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, changing diet is confusing. It is confusing. Changing past beliefs is confusing. Just want to hang on to it. Okay. So let me see. Anybody in caps? No. Okay. So let's take a look at, how long have I been yakking? 47 minutes. Good. Good. Let's take a look at, I did this whole live before, and I posted it unlisted so that I could just get through it, and then I put it to public, and it didn't go through. That's the missing video. So I was trying to save it and put it back up there again, but I couldn't. And so I'd take it from unlisted to public so y'all could see. Nothing. It was so weird. So weird. Thank you, Linda. Love you too. Walk, don't run. Walk. She's got to run. She's probably got 5 videos she's got to put up today. So I got to watch. All right. What was Sonia put up, what map? Michael Scallion put out, correct. I don't know what that map is. What is the map? What is the map? Michael, I don't even know who Michael Scallion is. Yeah, Mercury retrograde. Boy, this is a tough one. I say that all the time. It's kind of like when the calendar turns over to the first day of the month and everybody goes, can you believe it's already blah, blah, blah? It's like, and for Mercury retrograde, I go, can you believe how hard it is on Mercury retrograde? Okay. What is the map? If somebody can tell me, what is the map Michael Scallion put out? Let's see. I'm just going to, the map of that Michael Scala, I don't know what it is, so I'm going to use the ET deck because I don't know what it is. It is, there's some kind of attraction, some kind of spiritual balance with it, but okay, so whoever this map is, it is kind of correct. It's kind of balancing things out, but he's thinking too linearly on it. So, no, yes and no. Okay, what did I want to look at that was, what happened this week? Joe Biden announced he was running. I think we talked about that. That was good. Let's talk about Mikey. Mikey Pence. What deck should I use? I'm gonna use my Los Scaribo deck. Mikey Pence. So, Jackie Smith. Don't call me Jackie. Jack Smith got his hands on Mike Pence. Interesting. I think Mike Pence had to go in with a lawyer. I think. Mike Pence. What was that whole conversation about, Mike Pence? Kind of had a brain fade. Did you see that? I just kind of like, I forgot what I was doing. Danny, what? You're doing a live stream, huh? Yeah. Oh, hi. Jeez. Okay. I have crazy jokes running in my head, but I can't say because they're offensive, frankly, to me. Okay. Mike Pence. Let's go in, if we can. What do we need to know about what Mike Pence said to Jack Smith? And it just goes on. I mean, it's been going on for so long. You think of who was the guy that took the secrets and put them on the gaming website? He was already in court. I'm going, how come we can't get Trump in court? How come we can't get him in court? Sorry, got really high and screechy up there in my tone. How come we can't do that? Okay. Where's Mr. Bill? Bring him out here and ask him. Mike Pence, what do we need to know? Mikey, what did you say? What did Jack ask? What new information came out? So as I'm just holding the deck and thinking about this, we forget some of the details that went on. And one of the details that I forgot on January 6th is down in the basement when he wouldn't get into his vehicle. And he said, no, I can't look like a coward. America can't look like a coward. He was probably scared S-less because of his Secret Service. I think that's what they were saying. And we forget about it. So what did Jack? And if I say it like that, I think of The Shining with Jack Nicholson, and he's got his face in the door, and he's going, here's Johnny. Okay. What did Mike Smith say? What information? Ooh, 7 of Pentacles. He's going, look at, nothing good. I got nothing good to say. It's bad. It's bad. The tree is bad. Ooh. The 8 of Wands reversed. I guess I'm reading these cards reversed. Or is it just that one? No, it looks like it's... See, it always throws me when I think I'm reading the deck all right side up and then one comes out reversed. My brain has to like readjust. It's kind of like going straight vegetarian. I just have to readjust. It's not hard. I just have to readjust. So the Eight of Wands, news coming in fast. Well, certainly this didn't come in fast. This took a long, long time. But, so if you look at it this way, you see the meteor hitting the ground and stopping. This way, it could mean that the meteor, well, it's turning the world upside down a little bit, but it could be shooting up into space. Either way, this came in fast, and I would say that it wasn't good news for this plant. And if this plant is the U.S. in our political system, I think I think Jack Smith got some good news for his case. Let's see, here we go. Knight of Wands, new information coming forth, and it's right side up, yay. In the past, new emotional start. The top of the reading is the Ten of Pentacles. This is the family card. This is finances, money, and if we're looking at the United States as a family, as a group of united people, I know it's hard to believe. It feels like that's the overarching energy. Need to look at that Freudian slip. And the potential near future is the Queen of Cups. I know Pence had a lot to share. I don't know if he kept that lid on that cup. I think he was trying to with his attorney, bringing his attorney in. Let's keep going with this and see where we're going. Internally, there was a big struggle. Two of Pentacles, a lot underwater energy, managing, trying to figure this out. And with this Two of Pentacles, Mike Pence is going, okay, well, let me look at what's the right thing to do. What is the politically thing to do so that I can get reelected as president? Mike, no one's going to elect you. You attract flies. No one's going to do it. Externally is the challenge. This is the restriction. It's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Hopes and fears. Can we have a little judgment, please? Can we bring this all to the light? It's a burden. Come on. What? It's a burden. It's a heavy road. But in this deck, versus the other decks, this Ten of Wands is neatly on Jack Smith's back. He's just stacking them up, and he's taking a walk into town for judgment. Let's just keep going. A couple more clarifiers here. Oh, someone's head's going to roll. King of Swords. Someone's head is going to roll. But there's still some of this crazy like energy, like throwing up roadblocks, like executive, you can't talk because of, what is it, executive privilege or something. They're still going to be throwing some of that in there. However, he gave a lot. He got a lot of information. So, Mike Pence, he's nothing without his mama. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Okay. 59. I've got 10 seconds for another reading, and then I'm going to go. 10 seconds. Anybody give me a 10-second question? Danny, has Jack Smith talked to anyone from the Pentagon military? That's a good one. I don't know who said that. Has Jack Smith... I'm hearing yes. Hearing yes. Cards do not want to shuffle with this. As Jack Smith, I don't think he's leaving any stone unturned. I think he's putting all those wands that are all like scattered, and he's putting them all in a neat order, putting them on his back, going to court. As he talked to the military. Okay. I guess I need to straighten that card out because it came out again. Yeah, he did. Which is, I mean, this is such a... So I got the Fool card, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So what I'm getting intuitively from these three cards is that, yes, he did, and he did it early on. And the news wasn't good, but he went in there charging right away. That was one of the first things he did in this journey, in this foolish journey that we're on. And it's a foolish journey. It should never have happened. Okay. All right. I want to thank you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. White Dragon wants the winning lotto numbers. Okay. Are you gonna play him? I'm gonna give him the numbers. He probably won't even play him. So I've got my deck, and if it has numbers on it, but you're gonna have to watch again. This is how I get. Oh, got it. This is how I get you to come back. So I'm only giving you half the numbers this time, and then you have to come back for the other half numbers. Such a goofball. All right, so I'm using my Return of Spirit deck. Oh, yay. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. Prayers. So, specifically thinking about White Dragon and the winning lotto numbers, keep praying, dude. Okay. So, the three cards I pulled: prayers, sexuality, and faith. So, with this, we have prayers and faith. So we got to hang on to, we got to keep putting out the correct intention. We got to keep having the faith that things that our correct intention is going to work out. And with the sexuality card, this is all about playing, being free, being open, giving birth, new energy. So as we get quiet to pray, don't forget to have a lot of fun in that prayer. Try different ways to pray. Enjoy it, relax in it, and have faith that everything's going to work out. All right. Thank you guys for watching my second live stream, Big Hair Day, Friday. Thank you. I guess I'm getting better at it. I don't know. Seemed to go okay from this point of view. So, still having a hard time with the questions and how to I'm not using StreamYard, it's YouTube, so it's, I don't know. I can't like highlight the question or anything like that. Anyway, it's all good. You guys have a great Friday. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for the support. Appreciate you all. Thank you for the chats, the stickers. Thank you, Linda, for stopping by, and there was others. Lois, thank you, Lois. As I scroll down to see if I missed anybody, I think I did, so I apologize. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Peace and love.